Sairam children, the other day we had started science lesson number 2, microorganisms, friend and foe. Today we will be doing part 2 of that lesson. Before I start the lesson, let us do 3 omkars. Om, Om, Om. Sairam children, when a disease-carrying microbe enters our body, the body produces antibodies to fight the invader. Antibodies are created to fight with the invader. The body also remembers how to fight the microorganism. Our body knows how to fight. How the body knows? Because of the vaccines. If dead or weakened microbes are introduced in a healthy body, the body fights and kills the invading bacteria or virus by producing antibiotics. The antibodies remain in the body and we are protected from the disease-causing microbes forever. This is how a vaccine works. Several diseases including cholera, tuberculosis, smallpox, hepatitis can be prevented by vaccination. Okay, so all these diseases almost has been eradicated from India, removed from India because of vaccine. In your childhood, you must have been given injections to protect yourself against several diseases. Can you prepare a list? Okay. It is essential to protect all children against these diseases. Necessary vaccines are available in the nearby hospitals. You might have seen advertisement on TV and newspaper regarding protection of children against polio under the Pulse Polio program, Do Boond Zindagi Ki. Pulse drops, polio drops given to children are actually a vaccine. And you know who is doing the campaigning of this Pulse Polio program? Amitabh Bachchan. Polio drops given to children are actually a vaccine. Worldwide campaign against smallpox has finally led to eradication from most parts of the world. Eradicate means to remove. These days, vaccines are made on a large scale from microorganisms to protect humans and other animals from several diseases. Increasing soil fertility. Some bacteria are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen and increase fertility. These microbes are commonly called biological nitrogen fixers. Cleaning the environment. Bujo and Paheli had observed the school gardener making manure along with the friends. They collected waste of plants, vegetables and fruits from nearby houses and gardens. They put them in a pit meant for waste disposal. That is manure. A pit is prepared and in that pit all the dead decaying organisms of plants and animals is added to that soil, or sand is added and mixed, and it is covered with sand. Then water is sprinkled every 2-3 days gap, and after a month or so when you will open that pit you will get manure. I think we have already done this. So now we will go to harmful microorganisms. Microorganisms are harmful in many ways. Some of the microorganisms cause disease. Such disease-causing microorganisms are called pathogens. So what are pathogens? Disease-causing microorganisms are called pathogens. Some microorganisms spoil the food, clothing and leather. Let us study more about the harmful activities. Disease-causing microbes in humans. Pathogens enter our body. So now we will not name them microorganisms. We will call them pathogens. They enter our body either through food, water or from air while breathing. They can also get transmitted by direct contact. If a person is suffering from that particular disease, you will also contact the disease. Microbial disease that can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food, or physical contact are called communicable disease. So, what is communicable? You get infection from an infected person, that is communicable disease. Examples are cholera, common cold, chicken pox, and tuberculosis. When a person suffering from common cold sneezes, sneeze, you know what it is? Fine droplets of moisture carrying thousands of virus are spread in the air. Sneeze means that is sneezing. So many droplets of virus come into the air. The virus may enter the body of a healthy person while breathing and cause infection. There are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease causing microbes. Housefly is one such carrier. Somebody who carries the disease or the microbes is a carrier. So one of them is housefly. It will sit here and there, come and sit on your food or in your water. The flies sit on the garbage. Garbage means kuda kachra, waste, and animal excreta. Excreta means toilet. Pathogens stick to their body. When these flies sit on uncovered food, uncovered open food, they may transfer the pathogens. Whoever eats contaminated food is likely to fall sick. So it is advisable to always keep food covered. Avoid consuming uncovered items of food. If the food is open, don't eat it. Avoid consuming uncovered food items. Another example is the female Anopheles mosquito, which carries the parasite of malaria. Female mosquito acts as a carrier of dengue virus. So dengue virus is caused by female Anopheles mosquito. It is a carrier. All mosquitoes breed in water. Hence, one should not let water collect anywhere. In coolers, tires, if water is collected somewhere near your house, please inform municipality or tell the servants to remove it. Otherwise, these mosquitoes and flies, they will breed in this impure water. Try to make a list of measures which help to avoid the spread of malaria. Some common human disease caused by microbes. Human disease, microbe, mode of transmission and prevention. Tuberculosis, bacteria, air. Measles, virus, air. Chickenpox, virus, air and contact. Polio, virus, air and water. Now what is to be done? Keep the patient in isolation. Isolation means separate. Like how during coronavirus also the patients were isolated. In the house, if somebody is having corona, he or she had to stay in that particular room separately. Keep personal belongings away from those of the others. Vaccination to be given at suitable age. Cholera, bacteria, water, food. Typhoid, bacteria, water. Maintain personal hygiene and good sanitary habits. That is, cleanliness is very much necessary. Consume properly cooked food, boil drinking water and get vaccinated. Hepatitis, virus, water, boil drinking water and vaccination. Malaria, till date vaccination for malaria has not been found. Protozoa, mosquito. Use mosquito net, spray insecticides and control breeding of mosquitoes by not allowing water to collect in the surrounding. Some of the common disease affecting humans, their mode of transmission and few general methods are given in the table. Disease causing microorganisms in animals. Several microorganisms not only cause disease in humans and plants, but also in other animals. For example, anthrax is a dangerous human and cattle disease. Cattle means cows, buffaloes, they are cattle, caused by bacterium. Foot and mouth disease of cattle is caused by the virus. disease causing microorganisms in plants. Now plants also suffer from disease. So several microorganisms cause disease in plants like wheat, rice, potato, sugarcane, orange, apple and others. The disease reduces the yield of crops. For some such plant disease, they can be controlled by use of certain chemicals which kill the microbes. Citrus canker, bacteria, air, rust of wheat, fungi, air and seeds, yellow vein of mosaic of bhindi, virus, insect. Food poisoning. Bujo was invited by his friend to a party and he ate a variety of foodstuff. On reaching home, he started vomiting. Had to be taken to hospital. Why? Because he must have eaten something that caused this illness. The doctor said the condition could be due to food poisoning. Food poisoning could be due to consumption of food spoilt by microorganisms. What is the other name of microorganisms? It is pathogens. Microorganisms that grow on our food sometimes produce toxic substance. These make the food poisonous, causing serious illness and even death. So it is very important that we preserve food to prevent it from spoiling. Cover the food properly. Don't eat food from outside lorries, because outside, no, they prepare it and keep it open sometimes. Food preservation. In chapter 1, we have learnt about the methods used to preserve and store food grains. How do we preserve cooked food at home? You know that bread left unused under moist conditions is attacked by fungus. Microorganisms spoil our food. Spoiled food emits bad smell and has a bad taste and changed color. Is spoiling of food a chemical reaction? Paheli bought some mangoes, but she could not eat them for a few days. Why? Because they were raw, green color. Later she found that they were spoiled and rotten. But she knows that the mango pickle her grandmother makes does not spoil, and she is confused. The mangoes were spoiled, but the pickle doesn't get spoiled. Let us study the common methods of preserving food in the home. Chemical method. Salt, edible oil are the common chemicals used to preserve the pickles. We add salt or acid in the form of vinegar. Sodium benzoate, sodium metabisulfite are common preservatives. These are also used in jam, squash and to check the spoilage. Preservation of common salt. Common salt is used to preserve meat, fish for ages. Fish pickles are also available. Meat and fish are covered with dry salt to check the growth of bacteria. Salting is also used to preserve amla, raw mangoes, tamarind, etc. Preservation by sugar. So one is by salt, then by sugar. Jams, jellies, they are all sweet, and in that sugar is added to stop it from spoiling. Preservation by oil and vinegar. Use of oil and vinegar prevents spoilage of pickles because bacteria cannot live in such an environment. Vegetables, fruits, fish and meat are often preserved by this method. Heat and cold treatment. You must have observed your mother boiling milk before it is stored or used. Boiling kills many microorganisms. Similarly, we keep our food in the refrigerator. Low temperature inhibits the growth of microbes. Inhibits means stops. So heat and cold treatment is either you heat it at a very high temperature or cool it immediately. Pasteurization of milk, yes. Pasteurized milk can be consumed. The milk that we get in polythene bags, that is pasteurized milk, and we can use it without boiling as it is free from harmful microbes. The milk is heated to 74 degrees for 15 to 30 seconds and then suddenly chilled and stored. So first the milk is heated up to 70 degrees for only 15 to 30 seconds, and then immediately it is chilled, that is cooled completely. By doing so, prevents the growth of microbes. This process was discovered by Louis Pasteur and is called pasteurization. Storage and packing. These days, dry fruits and even vegetables are sold in sealed airtight packets to prevent the attack of microbes. Nitrogen fixation. You have learnt about bacterium rhizobium. It is involved in the fixation of nitrogen in leguminous plants. You know, the soil contains nitrogen. Now only the pulses or the dals or the legumes, the roots have the capacity to absorb that nitrogen through the root nodules. So rhizobium bacteria gets attached to the roots of the leguminous plants and absorbs nitrogen. Recall that rhizobium leaves the root nodules of leguminous plants like beans and peas, with which it has a symbiotic relationship. Sometimes symbiosis means helping each other. Sometimes nitrogen gets fixed through the action of lightning, but you know that the amount of nitrogen in atmosphere remains constant. You may wonder how. Let us understand this in the next section. Nitrogen cycle. Our atmosphere has 78% nitrogen gas. Nitrogen is one of the essential constituent of all living organisms as part of protein, chlorophyll, nucleic acid and vitamins. So nitrogen is essential for living organisms. The atmospheric nitrogen cannot be taken directly by plants and animals. Directly, plants and animals cannot absorb nitrogen from the atmosphere. Certain bacteria, blue-green algae present in the soil fix nitrogen from the atmosphere, convert it into compounds of nitrogen. So bacteria and blue-green algae in the soil fix nitrogen from the soil, that is absorbs nitrogen from the soil, from the atmosphere, and converts it into compounds of nitrogen. Once nitrogen is converted into compound, it can be used by plants from the soil through the root. Nitrogen is used for the synthesis of plant protein. You get proteins from dals, legumes, so nitrogen is used for the synthesis of plant protein and other compounds. Animal feeding on plants get these proteins and other nitrogen compounds. When plants and animals die, bacteria and fungi present in the soil converts the nitrogenous waste into nitrogenous compounds to be used by plants again. So when plants and animals die, bacteria and fungus in the soil converts the waste into nitrogenous compounds. Certain other bacteria convert some part of them to nitrogen gas, which goes back into the atmosphere. As a result, percentage of nitrogen in the atmosphere remains more or less constant. So, see, in the atmosphere nitrogen is there. It is absorbed by certain bacteria, blue-green algae in the soil and taken into the soil from the atmosphere. Once the nitrogen is converted into compounds, it is utilized. Now dead, decaying plants and animals which contain nitrogen is again converted into nitrogenous compounds and used by the plants again. See, nitrogen cycle diagram is there. You have to draw this diagram 2.10. Sairam children, this is the end of lesson number 2. Complete the question answers that I will be sending you and send them to me by tomorrow evening. Om Shanti 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 Sai Ram.